I'd like to read a translation of a poem by Itzik Munger. Last November at Tree, I read to you a translation of a poem by Itzik Munger that had been published in Modern Poetry and Translation in Oxford. The same month, last November, I received the November issue of a magazine published in New York called Jewish Currents, which had two of my translations of Munger in it. And that's where I'd like to read from. I can get published in Oxford and New York. Canada is a different story. This poem is called Tzfat. It was written by Munger. Tzfat is a city in northern Israel that historically is the center of Kabbalah, of Jewish mysticism, and it was inhabited by the Jewish mystical rabbi Isaac Luria, who is referred to in the poem. And it's obvious from the text of the poem, Munger is writing it, he calls it Tzfat. He's living in New York. He's writing about Tzfat and New York both together, and he refers to Isaac Luria. Isaac is, of course, the real name. Itzik is a diminutive of Isaac. So what I'd like to do is read the first two stanzas in the original Yiddish and then read the translation. Ich bin der älteste Jid von Tzfat. Ich geh mit stille, fromme Tritt und ich zünd mit mein Lantern on in jeder Scheub a golden Lied. Ich kenn alle Meises von Amor, was teitlen zu a weiter Zeit, der zähl ich sie auf alte Trepp, verneigerige junge Leid. I am the oldest Jew in Tzfat. I walk with pious tread among the houses, and at every gate my lantern lights a golden song. I know all the olden tales that point back to a distant time. I tell them to the wide-eyed young on ancient steps in prose and rhyme. You think that Isaac the lion is dead? But now I see him there with you, like stars that shine in a quiet lake. His eyes are clear and fresh as dew. He is a pious, youthful man who just last evening put away his cloak of sadness and of dust to face the wonder of the day. Where is that wonder? In the fields? Where is that wonder? On the hills? Who knows God's ways? One time there and one time here, just as He wills. I turn away. Good night, and leave the young folks there alone, bedazzled on the crooked steps, a wide-eyed group carved out of stone. I am the oldest Jew in Tzfat. I go with weary tread among the houses, and at every gate my lantern lights a golden song.